close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Over here. Been waiting for ya. I thought Yang Yang said you had a super cool little buddy to show us. Where is it?
I don't know.
Did it just pop out of your tacit mark? Smells good. So, is this how it first showed up when you guys were in the Norfolk Barrens?
Yes, back then as I fought off those tacit discords, a burst of energy erupted from that statue. Two forces clashed and collided, and later, one of them emerged victorious, vanquishing the other in a violent clash. General GN and Rover later told me it was this little thing coming out of Rover's body. It was blocking or even consuming the overflow of Threnodian power. It reminded me of how Rover once absorbed frequency energy with her body in a similar fashion. So we took her to the academy for a checkup with Baiji. Apparently, this little one is what we had detected before. It's a speculated space or organism hidden. It shares similar frequencies with tacit discord's reverberations. It resembles an echo processed by the data bank. In other words, it's your own echo, captured or absorbed at some point. Without you, it can't manifest. That's why Baiji couldn't confirm just how you absorbed that echo back then. Was it you? Was it the little one? Or maybe the two of you together? And Baiji discovered more after analyzing your spectrums. She found a new power source within you, similar to the crownless, but even stronger. So, the excess energy this little thing had consumed somehow ended up in your body, available at your disposal. In other words, there's a deeper connection between the two of you. Or, according to Baiji, it's a convergent codependency. To put it simply, you are connected. While you are two separate individuals, your energies and vitals can affect each other, for better or for worse. You may even feel each other's emotions. The bond between you and this creature is symbiotic. As it strengthens, so do you. However, fortunately, since it can't ever leave your side, it's not an easy target for attackers. And if they do strike, it can seek shelter inside your body for safety. Okay, now that's pretty much it. Baiji was going to explain it to you herself, but she has to go check on a newly appeared sonora.
Wait. This is too much information for me to process. Let me get this straight. So, it helped Rover fight off the Threnodian? Seriously? This teeny tiny thing could do that? Seems unlikely. Don't look down on me. You'll regret it when you learn what I'm capable of. That poker-faced researcher was absolutely shocked when she examined me. Said I'm not just any echo. I'm a super-duper cool one. Rarest of them all.
Oh, actually, while those aren't Baiji's exact, she mentioned highly intelligent echoes that can act on their own in other countries. Said they are in those echoes are rare, though. Neither I nor Baiji, an eco-acoustics expert, have...
Yeah, makes sense. Now we just gotta figure out where it came from. Who knows? We may find other cool echoes in that place. So, do you know where exactly she absorbed you? Huh? How am I supposed to know? Why don't you just ask her? Yeah, it happened before she lost all memory.
But even if echoes can have memories, they probably wouldn't...
Aha! Finally, someone with common sense. That green-haired, serious guy asked me a similar question. Sorry to disappoint, but I really don't remember anything before I showed up. Maybe... I was just sleeping inside her this whole time. Sleeping? Seriously? It's been so long. All those happenings, all that fighting, and you didn't hear anything? Wow, that's... Your sleeping quality is really something. So you've got privacy to be respected. Don't worry. Your body's sound insulation is amazing. You can dive into it, and everything goes quiet. The only problem is, I never know when I'll wake up again. And when I do wake up, I get tired and hungry fast. So I have to crawl back in for more rest. I know. It's all because I'm not eating enough.
That's why you kept disappearing. You went back to sleep from lack of energy. Makes sense.
I thought you'd be really different from the usual ones we see. So you probably don't know your denomination or a nickname. No wonder everyone's been calling you the Little One. Denomination? What's...
The universally agreed terms for special echoes, like names for you.
My denomination? What? No way! No way! That's not... I don't want to be called the Little One all the time. It doesn't sound cool at all. How about this? You help me come up with a name, and I will let you have some of the food. There's nothing left. Next time, I'll definitely save some for you. A name? Yes, I want it now. Look, your name's Chisha. That sounds interesting. Wait, didn't you forget everything? How do you still remember?
With your old name and memories all gone, it's a good idea to go with a new one. It makes everything more convenient.
Yeah, exactly like she said. Every one of you has a name, and I want one for myself. I just want a name that sounds a little cool, a little special, and epic, and super smoking. Names are a big deal, you know. Like once you have one, it's stuck with you for life. Gotta make sure it's a good one. Can't have people not scared of me when they hear it. No time for regrets here. That's true. Let's see. You want a cool one. What about Echo the Invincible? What do you say? Nah, nuh-uh, absolutely no. That's too straightforward. It's no better than calling me the Little One. Hey, it makes every difference in the world. Or maybe, since you can fly, and you've got those long ears, why don't you call yourself, Righteous Raptor, or Valor Hawk, or Flying Fury? No. Absolutely no. Why do they all sound so cringy? Why? I love it when people call me... Huh? Sure, if you say so. Anyway, they all... Rover would come up with a good... You didn't just pick two random syllables, did you? I mean, yeah, it's simple, easy to remember. I can imagine myself yelling it out loud, and at least it sounds better than Chisha's crin...
Why is it suddenly so quiet? Is it not happy with...
What's wrong? What are you muttering about? Abra...
I don't know, but I just... Abby. I like the sound of that. That's my name. Of course I like it. You came up with it for me. I was just... My name is Abby.
Sure. Well, that didn't work out. I was hoping we could get some answers from the little... I really thought we could figure out where Abby came from. It might not lead us to other special echoes, but it's at least a starting point to uncover Rover's past. Then we'll have...
Maybe we can start with Abby's Each special echo has a unique ability. We can compare what Abby does with our records of other echoes.
Why do you sound so unsure? Didn't you see it all with your own eyes? Abby, can you show us again? I'm super...
Well, since you asked, I'll show you how it's done. But this place is too crowded. All right, all eyes on me. What's going on? I'll try again, just you see.
What?
Just a little slip, that's all. Back then, I just stood in front of her, and that big bad Threnodian
So, you didn't really do it?
Huh? No, like I said, I was asleep, and then all of a sudden, I smelled something. I didn't have time to think. I just had to show up and
So, maybe Abby's power
Yeah, it looks that way. You can't even hope...
Hey! Stop looking down on me. Like I said, it was just... think about it. I just stood there and did nothing and ended up beating a Threnodian. Imagine what I could do if I actually tried. Hey, Rover, get behind me.
You're so real, but...
You bet. I said I'm...
That's very reassuring to hear, but it seems we're stuck again. I can't think of anything else to check out. Where did you absorb Abby? What are Abby's powers, and what exact... Our Sentinel Joy can look into the future. Nothing ever deviates from its predictions. It has already sort of... Now that the Threnodian crisis is over, perhaps you can consult our Magistrate and our Sentinel again. I'm sure they can offer you some more useful guidance.
Relax, relax. You have me now, remember? Speaking of that, so this Sentinel can predict the future? That sounds cool. What does it look like? Where is it? Since we're paying it a visit, this
Our Sentinel protects every one of us. But why are you talking about food again? Didn't you just stuff your...
I can't help it. I'm always starving. Rover, did you hear that? My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry. How about we go to that place we went to last time with Yang Yang and Chisha? I love their food so much. Yummy, yummy. Hello? Are you with me? You seem a bit distracted. With so much delicious food right in front of you, aren't you gonna try any? Well, if you're not interested, I'll gobble it all up. You've been absent-minded the whole day. Still bothered by that dream from last night? Wait, so you had a dream about the Sentinel? Like the one from your flashback when we saw the Sentinel statue after you lost your memory? Hang on, so let me get this straight. The Sentinel swooshed you off to a mountain shaped like a dragon. And then there were all these bad things going on with... How exactly did it protect everyone again? Oh...
Yeah. The time in the mountains seemed to have slowed down from the outside. Away from... The Sentinel must have created a barrier by manipulating the flow of time. It was a safe haven from all the disturbances caused by the Tacit... Also, in my dream, what?
It's no shock that you have awesome power. What was that place you dreamed about called?
I'm not entirely sure I heard it correctly, but in my dream, this...
Mount Firmament?
You've never heard of Mount Firmament? Then I'm sure you're not from a...
Huh? Hold on! Did you just say Mount Firm?
Oh my! Did that echo just talk?
Come on, man, relax. You don't hear an echo talking every day. I heard there's a country called Rhinus... What? Anyway, the echo... Oh, you're not from around here? Legends say Mount Firmament is where the... I've never actually heard of anyone going to that place. They say those who try either get lost in the sea mist, or... If you're curious, just head southeast. Mount Firmament is on the east side of whining Ayex's Mire. And you...
The southeast. The past few days, especially this morning, I caught this unique smell from the southeast. From that mountain they just mentioned. It's like a strong energy pulsing through the air, but I can't quite put my finger on it. It feels kinda weird. Could it have anything to do with what you said? A plate? Do you wanna...
I had a flashback about seeing their Sentinel. I can feel an unknown force guiding me. Jinsei said she'll go search for the Sentinel and update me on its way. But so far, I have not heard anything.
Then shall we go check it out together? It feels really suspicious.
Abby, are you getting... sleepy again?
Down, just give me a holler and I'll be up in a jiffy, I swear.
Forgive me.
Onwards.
Onwards.
Zapstring, it's our curtain call. Your time is over.
You're wide open. Fear no more. Glory.
Good. There's my
I can take it.
for battle. Till truth comes aside. Wind Rider.
Shall we go sightseeing together? Bask in the sunlight.
As the new magistrate, I initially worried about my lack of ability to protect my people. But soon, I realized that dwelling on self-doubt only hindered my progress. So I trained harder. With each session, my strengths grew. It is an honor to serve and defend my people. I'll always strive to improve as their magistrate.
Listen up. Grow for me. Growing against wind.
Let's go together. Forgive me.
Greetings, Rover. What can I help you with today? I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is not in the City Hall. In fact, we have not heard back from her for days. Unfortunately, no. Please keep this confidential. The situation in Jinzhou is still unstable after our battle with the When we captured Scar, he claimed that the Praxidus had imprisoned us. It was around the same time that Madam Magistrate lost track of. If our sentinel is truly in danger, or if someone with malicious intent obtains in order to investigate the sentinel's whereabouts, Madam Magistrate has left for Mount Firmament, its last recorded location. Madam Magistrate traveled to Mount... The looming threat of the Threnodian discouraged any additional diversion of human resources. Furthermore, when it comes to the Sentinel, force is none of... Madam Magistrate trusts you. It is beyond... However, the landscape around Mount Firmament is complex. One must be accompanied by a special wayfind. Currently, she's likely at the ferry terminal in Whining Ayex's mine. To learn more about Mount Firmament, you can meet her at the ferry. I lack the same level of understanding of the situation there as she does. I trust Madam Magistrate's decisions. I will do my utmost to handle the... This worry about her safety won't leave me. In her last video message, I could tell she seemed weaker than usual. Despite her efforts to maintain composure, Madam Magistrate's situation might not... Rover, Mount Firmament is a day. I have sent the coordinates to your terminal. Thank you for your kind help.
I'm here. Hey, did you notice how the mountain has a strangely pleasant smell? It doesn't look edible, though. Well, of course I'm reliable. And don't worry if there's any danger coming your way. Well, unless there's nothing that... In that case, I probably...
Let's head to the ferry. Mount Firmament. Our wayfinder should have plenty of information to share.
Onwards.
Are you trapped here by the rain? I happen to be waiting for someone too. Don't worry, the rain won't last much longer. Our There is a certain folk tale. Have you heard of it? While hiking in the mountains, a woodcutter came upon two people playing weiqi and became enthralled with their game. Upon his return home, he found a world transformed. Everything was different, as if in a new reality. That mountain was a secret realm where time worked differently. Mount Firmament. But unlike this folktale, there is a price. If I spend a full day in the mountains, 10 days will be taken off my lifespan upon my leaving, reflecting the actual time that is passed outside. Not to mention, the situation on Mount Firmament right now is probably even more complex than before. The strange time patterns of Mount Firmament are tied to the Sentinel's temporal mandate. Time ebbs and flows at its will. If the Fraxidus really has imprisoned our Sentinel, causing it to lose control of its powers, that could explain the temporal disruptions. Which means Mount Firmament is basically a dead end. Lifespan is not the top of my concerns. If you've decided to venture there, I'll join you as your wayfinder. Jinshi has stayed on Mount Firmament for too long. She doesn't miss. Before Jinshi left for Mount Firmament, scales began appearing. Those signs pointed to a dire. That's why I must lead you there. You might have the key to solving our dilemma. You're here because I invited you. Sanhua was instructed to disclose my whereabouts if you ever went to City Hall and asked about Jinshi. From what I understand, there is a strong link between you and that overseer. Tried everything to sway you and make you join their side before our battle with the reviving Threnodian. It's a clear sign that your involvement could disrupt their plans, especially at... Records at the Grand Library tell a tale of someone who dared to enter Mount Firmament. After they were also said to have stood alongside, and here before me stands someone who bears an uncanny resemblance to that very individual. Is it you? It took me some effort. Rover, the journey ahead is filled with danger at every turn. Once we venture into the mountains, as your wayfinder, I'll lead you to your destination. The rain is subsiding, and it's time for us to head out. We're at the base of Mount Firmament, but we won't enter the temporal barrier until we cross the luminous shore. Shall we proceed? The storm is coming. Some people must be itching to pounce.
Good. There's no time to waste. I've had enough. Get lost.
Ready for battle. 7 till truth comes to solve.
Strike is one. Strike back. Thunder's guidance.
Tear them to pieces. Crush them!
Together we fight! Found anything useful? Forgive me. Huh? Onwards.
The bridge has broken. Judging by its design and intricate details, it must... This is what they call a chronosorter. It mimics the Sentinel's temporal mandate, able to reverse small-scale events and restore objects. My master once told me about the Court of Savante and their fearless quest to unravel the myth. Their dedication bore fruit in the form of fast... But... why hasn't this brilliant invention spread beyond Mount Firmament? This chronosorter was built beyond the temporal barrier, so its creator must have already paid the price for leaving. But even if they died, there are countless other CSC members who could replicate it. How did such advanced technology become lost? Or do these chronosorters stop functioning once they are removed from Mount Firmament? This chronosorter, weathered though it may appear, bears... Let's give it a try. Weren't they concerned about losing lifespan? For those fanatics, nothing mattered more than the truth. To live every moment with overwhelming passion. How many can claim such a tenacious drive and unshakable determination?
Would these be enough for your needs? Tell me if there's anything else you want.
Rover, it's the Fraxidus.
Tear them to pieces. I've had enough. Get lost.
Wind Rider. How dare you! Safety is certain, son.
Together we fight!
The Fraxidus. It's them again.
They've set traps all around the luminous shore. They must have anticipated your arrival.
Another field trip. I'm ready.
The entrance is sealed.
It's the photon barrier. Specific steps must be followed to... Use long-range weapons on the photon vaults to cut off its energy. Once we reach the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mount Firmament. Proceed with caution.
When danger arises, take cover behind me.
So it can't hurt me.
Time on Mount Firmament used to simply flow slower than in the outside world. Visitors were safe as long as they remained within the temporal barrier. But what we're seeing now is different. The flow of time has gone... What was once slow and steady has become chaotic and turbulent. No one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament. But aging from youth to old age may be a blessing compared to the unknown fate that awaits. Leaving Mount Firmament could turn any mortal to dust in just a moment. So these poor creatures, trapped in the temporal disruption, are the most pitiful of all. So, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to capture our sentinel. I had wished that my As expected, my terminal isn't working. The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning. We can't waste a moment. Jinshi's fate isn't the only one We need to hurry to Hongjian, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinshi would likely pass through there on her search for the Sentinel.
Good. There's no time to waste.
The temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here. Chun-Li, does that mean you're in danger too?
So far, nothing feels out of the ordinary. It seems the Sentinel contained the situation before being fully trapped. But I don't know how long this stability will hold. If I go down, please, don't worry about me. You need only focus on what you have to do. What's the matter? You dream? It sounds like you did dream of this place. What you just described closely aligns with the accounts documented in our Grand Library. Over a century ago, a vast horde of tacit discords invaded Huanglong. Hongzhen suffered greatly during that onslaught. Thankfully, the Sentinel descended, manipulating time to erect a protective barrier, keeping those monsters at bay. Rover, perhaps that dream is more than just a dream. It could be a glimpse into your own past, and Hongzhen is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. With the Fraxidus now... But every trap has it. Someone has used their resonance ability here, and it seems like she used it in a dire. The traces lead deeper into the heart of Hongzhen. Let's keep moving. Don't...
The traces end here. Someone fought here against those
Must be Jinshi. Her trails led to the... Using her resonance ability too much would only worsen her, but she must have had a reason.
Chun-Li, there are traces here.
They're pointing north. Let's proceed in that direction.
The traces disappear by the pond.
Rover, the vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
There's something behind the waterfall.
Let's go take a look.
Another photon barrier.
3 photon vaults to break. Rover, use ranged attacks.
As always, I'm the one you need. I really can't.
turn already?
You two, halt!
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi.
Relax, they're our honored guests. No need to be tense. In a single day, we've greeted both the Magistrate of Jinzhou and her trusted counselor in Hongzhen. I can only It's been a while, Changli.
I heard you stepped down from your position and moved, and now here we are, meeting again.
For years, I lived secluded, no longer concerning myself with the matters beyond Hongzhen. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. It has reunited us in an unpredictable moment. And you, young lady, what shall I call you? My name is Xingyi. Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here. I believe you are here for Magistrate Jin Shi. The magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes ago. That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You might know it better as the ruins of...
Lady Xingyi.
Madam Magistrate, are you...
I'm fine. How's the situation?
Yes. Remaining civilians have been counted.
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I haven't been able to... I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. This can only... Lady Xingyi, I need to know where this... I can only fix the temporal disruption within a confined radius. It's already pushing... Mount Firmament is in serious trouble, and we can't waste any more time.
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Mianlun Chamber, where it would normally rest. But little did they know, we had a defense system in place, built with the help of... This mechanism has allowed us to locate their troops. And we've all... To get inside Mianlun Chamber, we have to find...
Understood.
You are injured. Please.
The Fraxidus will most likely attack this place once I leave. I implore you, Xingyi. Help me keep our people.
Yes, I will.
Before I headed to Mount Firmament, the Fraxidus revealed a prophecy from our Sentinel. A fateful clash between... I never intended to believe their baseless claims. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it in power. Once we save the Sentinel from danger, I intend to have
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. The Mianlong Chamber was once renovated by the court of Savante.
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key,
We must keep them at bay. Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jingxi.
And the locals will handle the rest. I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep...
Thank you, Lady Xing.
In this place she was born. And in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mount Firmament.
Good. There's no time to waste.
Did Xingyi and Jinxi know each other?
Jinxi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care for and teach her at some point. She grew up with immense responsibilities, forced to suppress her true nature from a young age. Thinking back, Jinxi was only a teenage girl when she became the magistrate. She has been burdened with unimaginable weight that most cannot fathom.
I assume this is the Truth Seeker.
Yes, this should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar ways with the one we saw near the luminous The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon vaults with ranged attacks. Nothing. I was wondering, how did the court of Savante create such... I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless... We need to focus on items related to the court of Savante in Truth Seeker's Pass. Maybe...
Forgive me. Onwards.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chronosorter. Good. Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion. One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. It can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter.
I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle? I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle?
Onwards.
I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle?
Onwards.
I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle? I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle? I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle? It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle.
You can count on me.
Photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon vaults simultaneously. The blockade has been lifted.
Anything you need me to deal with?
Let's go in.
All yours.
Onwards.
Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters... They don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look like the works of the court of Savante. Did they create these simulated holograms to protect this place?
Good. There's watch and learn. I'll pay it back tenfold.
Together we fight! Thunder guide us.
Tear them to pieces. I've had enough. Get lost.
Wind Rider.
Strike as one.
You're wide open. Tell truth from the sun. Don't you worry.
Lend me your strength.
Tell truth from the sun.
Together we fight!
Tear them to pieces.
That thing up ahead. Mechanism?
Supplies.
It seems to have unlocked after we got rid of those holograms. Let's go and have a look. The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare... Yes. The flare crest. See how that mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them. Yes. We still need the other two flare stones to open... Wait. The blood and scales here. It's Jinshi. She is likely We are running out of time. Decades have passed, but those researchers' presence still lingers in this place. The Sentinel situation is worse than we thought. It had already, with one of the temporal programs lost, no longer...
So, the Sentinel protected Hongzhen with its power.
According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the Sentinel perishes... So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the already gaping wounds on Mount Firmament. There's nothing we can do. Only the Mianlong Chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel, but it won't heal it completely. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions would have to come up with a last resort. The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power on... Their experiments resulted in the first chronosorter. No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no mat. We are getting closer and 2 more flare stones left. Everything is
Shall we go sightseeing together?
Should you find yourself lost, follow the banner of the... Ready for battle. I can take it. Fear no more.
Going against wind. I'm just your influence.
You won't cast me down.
Seven. Tell truth from the side. For emergencies.
Another chronosorter. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this chronosorter.
Nice pick. You won't regret choosing.
There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point.
Another field trip. I'm ready.
One last flare stone to go. There.
We've reached the carrier lift. We've reached the carrier lift.
Good. There's no time to waste.
We've reached the carrier lift. Something above the carrier lift seems stuck.
So this file confirms that they activate when hit with a strong impact. And this also answers my previous question. The chronosorters rewind time through resonating with the Sentinel. No, it was nowhere near enough. The chronosorters shut down once they are removed from the Sentinel's range, or the abnormal time flow on Mount Firmament. Plus, as artificial resonance, according to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially make them more powerful, which states the collision between two resonating frequencies might cause a second resonance awakening. Yes, that fight has to happen to trigger a second resonance awakening for Jinshi, so she may exert even stronger resonance abilities, ones that allow her to restore the flow of time. Countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. All the machines turned to one chronosorter briefly showed the power to restore time. This proved that a second awakening. The research log mentioned that all chronosorters were working in an overdrive mode. It's similar to how human resonators experience overclock. Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote this suggests that it might be the key to triggering a second. No, it's not. In addition, I noticed the chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel Jue appeared to in the only incident of success, just as the chronosorter was about to break down. And the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order. Rover. Jinshi.
You.
Don't worry. Rover is special.
But Changli.
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for... And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, Rover has a strong connection to this place.
But we already owe Rover a lot. Thank you, Rover. Thank you. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as possible.
Let's cut... What did you find in Truth Seekers?
According to the Court of Savante's records, as time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time became... Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. Their records indicate... To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat, triggering my second resonance awakening. That will...
Let's say you can achieve all that, but...
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding with its wise word. The temporal disruptions we face are just as... Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power,
So what do you plan? If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, today it's Mount Firmament.
If it truly comes down to that, it's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have you thought about trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel? We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. On top of that, do you honestly believe you can fight in your current... I can see right through your facade, Jinshi.
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learn from the best. When have you ever backed down?
Oh? I don't remember ever teaching you that. We all die eventually, but we need... Jinshi, you must live and inherit the Sentinel's power. Then you can save and...
Changli.
Jinshi, I don't intend to stop you. That's why I brought Rover. You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel's side during All evidence we've gathered points to... If anyone can help us with the situation at Mount Firmament, it must be Rover.
Thank you, my teacher. Jingxi will keep your word.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it face to face. Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance gate. There is one more flare stone to work out. Let's get... Look, our last target, on those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them.
Nice pick. You won't regret choosing Alto's service.
It's not working. We may need to follow a specific order.
It worked.
Another field trip. I'm ready.
The Court of Dante set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect Mianlong Chamber.
It's a trap! Watch out!
Mind's eye. Take form.
Perish in flames. I am fine. Now that's a hassle. Now that's a hassle.
One is the sound.
Disperse. My blade yearns.
Negligence on my part. Insolence.
Take form. Perish in flames.
I wonder how they're growing. Growing against wind.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
We've reached the carrier lift.
For emergencies.
The cipher key.
Rover, take good... I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with... From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront this. This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not to mention, the Fraxidus is... You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you. interested in your every move. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, speak of the devils. How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Changli has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.
It's Madam Magistrate! She's back! I must go tell Lady Xinyi! Settled.
The Mianlun chamber is open now. Before you go, there's some... Changli was right. They used the Court of Savat. They used the Chronosorters. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. First, to place the Chronosorter in the Mianlun chamber while it was... Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the Sentinel would clash with the energy of the Chronosorter. This would ultimately cause... What if the Fraxidus a whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits, all working together to deliver one, but not even that was enough to take... After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Mianlun chamber to form a special force field. It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing energy.
So, we must...
It would be a task more complicated. The people of Hongzhen have lived, but now, the Fraxidus want to capture the Sentinel. Please tell us what you know.
Yes.
So the Sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. Madam Magistrate, it's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel's intentions. But there were many theories about it in City Hall at the time. But now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you the potential I just never thought you'd be...
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the Sentinel. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, I felt a wave of recognition wash over me. Memories long buried resurfaced. Lady Xingyi, I was born, but my duty as its appointed resonator is not... I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinshi. The girl who used to laugh with... I'm a seed, born on Mount Firmament, carried by the wind to every corner of Jinzhou. It's time for me to take root and...
No matter what happens, or what... Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning is what we need to break through the fog of uncertainty. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a short...
Settled.
Jinshi, so far, everything we know about the Sentinel is still just speculation.
You were right. But my weakening resonance ability and my connection to the Sentinel leave me no choice but to explore these theories. Whether it's fact or fiction, truth or a lie, I have to confront the Sentinel and see for myself. The Mianlun chamber should be deep in the cave. Let's go. This must be the Mian. We should now help the Sentinel break free from the Flare Crest spines. Chronosorters nearby may have frozen this body of water in time. Either way, we can use it to our advantage. We are too far away. Let's go. I still need more information to determine what we should do next. I can feel the Sentinel's presence inside, but it's not responding. The flare crest. The Sentinel is telling us we need to find the 3 flare stones corresponding to the flare crest. Then we will be able to lift the confinement set by the Fraxidus.
But I'm not seeing any flare stones. Or any kind of entrance to another chamber.
There seems to be something underwater. Let's start with a chrono sorter here.
The water level has dropped. It's the flare stone. On that rock.
Let's go retrieve it.
Done.
2 more to go. Let's look for them nearby.
Settled.
We need to find a way to destroy the spikes with the corroder's help. Same as last time. Let's locate the photon vault first.
Wind Rider.
The fruit of evolution. Bask in the sunlight.
Tear them to pieces.
Leave it to me. Listen up.
Unstoppable. Tell truth from facade.
Bloom.
Zapstring, it's our curtain call. I'll pay it back tenfold. No mercy.
Tell truth from facade.
Luminous energy. I'm just low in fluids.
Tear them to pieces. Now you behave. Good. There's no time to waste.
Once, tacit discords terrorized the land.
The region of Jinzhou was under siege. A mother and her newborn child were hiding in ruins, trying to avoid the deadly creatures. They weren't safe for long, as the tacit discord found them. The mother sacrificed herself to protect her child. But with her gone, it was difficult for the newborn to survive. In a couple of minutes, its loud cries gradually died out. Fortunately, the newborn's cries echoed through the forest with a unique resonance that reached the ears of the mighty Sentinel. With a burst of energy, our Sentinel dispelled the surrounding evils. But sadly, it was too late. That night, Mount Firmament shook with the roars of a lung, and dark clouds gathered. The Sentinel returned with a dead infant in its embrace. As if by magic, somber clouds parted, and shooting stars lit up the sky. With Mount Firmament's unique flow of time, the Sentinel brought the deceased infant back to life. The resurrected infant became known as the
Sentinel's appointed resonator, and went on to become the magistrate of Jinzhou. Yes, it's me. I've lived in Jinzhou my whole life, and never ventured into Hongzhen. Yet even to me, Jue is more than just our sentinel, or a revered divine being. It raised me and saved me from... I've been thinking about it. If the sentinel predicted our fight, why would it even... Now I understand why. Because I am the sentinel's resonator. I may not have any extraordinary... If Jinzhou ever faces a similar time crisis, in our Sentinel's prediction, the battle between us is supposed to happen in the distance. It had been waiting for an opportunity, a right moment to tell me the truth. Now may not be the opportunity the Sentinel has been waiting for. I have to go and face it while I still can. To learn about the truth, or complete our destined battle. Give up my To be honest, it was the endless kindness of you, Chung, even Jue's decision to bring me back to life. Whether out of pity or not, Jinzhou holds everything that's dear to me. I'm okay. The pain I'm feeling is nothing compared to those. I must find the Sentinel as soon as possible. We draw from the same source of power. Saving it... If there is truly no... then I will have to fight it. I refuse to back... I will fight. To protect the Sentinel and to defend Jinzhou. One life, maybe, if it means keeping everyone... But let me make one thing clear. I am not planning on dying yet. I am here... We're not in a situation where death is our only option, are we? Thank you for Come to think of it, many good things have happened. Thank you, Rover. My teacher, Chung Li, told me it's up to both. But don't worry, I'm prepared. I am grateful to have you by my side.
There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste.
One last flare stone to go.
Good. There's no time to waste. Watch and learn.
Ready for battle. Unstoppable.
The remaining photon bolt is hidden behind the fissured ledge.
Fissured ledge. If only there was a test
Make this quick. I have experiments underway.
type fulminate. Let's look around.
Another field trip. I'm ready.
Settled.
There's no time to waste.
Good. Now we can get that flare stone.
Photosynthesis, the fruit of evolution.
I've had enough. Get lost. Good. There's no time.
Tell truth from the sun.
Tear them to pieces.
Leave it to me.
Tear them to pieces.
Wind Rider.
Watch him run.
Life is in everything.
Tear them to pieces.
All set. The Sentinel should be able to break free now.
Yes. I believe so. Let's head back to the Sentinel's place.
Jinshi, it has been quite some time. And greetings, Lady Arbiter. Or should one address you as Rover now? One cannot discern the cause of your arrival. Yet its significance heralds Jinzhou's fateful juncture. Shall a child who has lost their memories take up arms and fight for their fate? Or shall they retreat to their cradle and slumber? The seed of the future shall be sown in this very moment. Once the situation settles, an explanation shall be provided. For now, one must... Jinshi, your journey has been an arduous one. Aside from aiding one...
I cannot bring myself to ask for more. Mount Firmament is in grave danger. Regarding the temporal mandate and your injuries, please do not keep the truth from...
One understands your concerns. The timing may not be optimal for this disclosure. Yet in the midst of crisis, one must act with expedience. For one will soon perish. One such as this, of immortal nature, is designed to endure for all time. Yet one suffered severe harm in ancient times, and now relies on the Mianlong Chamber for survival. This is not the optimal solution. For a long time, one has had to use this chamber to replenish energy, hoping to delay the inevitable doom. Yet fate cannot be defied. The Fraxidas have conspired against this one. Now, the injury only worsens. The Jinzhou. The city of Jinzhou will be no more. Ever since one descended upon Mount Firmament, using the power of temporal mandate to repel tasks over the past millennia, one has defied the laws of nature. Otherwise, the temporal disruption would wreak havoc not only on Mount Firmament, but on the entire region of Jinzhou. If this were to... Jinzhou shall forever remain frozen in time. The past and the future meld into one, rendering life indistinguishable from death. The ceremonial rituals and endless battles persist, intertwined. All inhabitants of Jinzhou shall endure this perpetual fate, and it is this one's own doing. In the coming days, one will exert every ounce of strength. In that moment, Jinzhou will fall into stillness, but not perish. In the distant future...
Is there truly nothing?
This is not the optimal solution.
Please, forgive me. A decade, a century. What if nobody comes up with a solution? And who would be willing to spend precious resources? Rescuing a small Jinzhou's fate deserves better than an
Whilst one may not live to witness the future, one can still envision endless... Magistrate Jinji, as you express doubts, pray tell, the flow of time upon Mount Firmament is in disarray. If one does not freeze the time now, the situation in Jinzhou shall surely worsen 100-fold.
You once predicted a destined battle between...
Correct.
I was lost at first, struggling to grasp the prophecy's meaning. Only when By clashing two resonating powers, a second resonance awakening can be induced. Through this, though I will be forced to raise my blade against you.
Ridiculous! If you clash with my resonance power, even the smallest mistake will result in overclocking and leave you nothing but an empty husk. You are well aware of its excruciating effects. The pain you feel now is but a faint scratch in comparison to its true torment. Moreover, you will be trapped within the fissures of time itself. Your being will be relentlessly shredded and mended day after day, denied any respite.
But I can restore the errors in the flow of time. Isn't that why you saved me all those years ago? I'm just doing what...
Jinshi, You are given one last opportunity. Let me... You're only here to witness the fourth, but you are not compelled to remain idle. Command me to transfer my temporal mandate access to Jinshi at the right moment. The moment of her resonance ability's depletion. When she is teetering on the brink of... Miss that moment by even the slightest margin, and Jinshi's fate will be sealed.
I should have died a long time ago. But I was lucky enough to be saved by you, allowing me the chance to see the glittering lights of Jinzhou for myself. You rewinded time to save me. I am responsible. Jinzhou is my home. If it's ever in danger, I will do everything in my power to protect what I hold dear, even at the cost of my own life.
Such a valiant speech. Do you know the weight of this decision?
I understand your concerns. I will reach my second awakening with our destined confrontation and restore the time flow. Are you willing to bet on me?
Restore the time flow. Pray, from where does this confidence arise? You are my resonator, but your strength is only a fraction of mine. There is little chance for you to retreat unscathed.
But I can at least win some hope for our people. Even if it costs me my soul, my everything. I cannot die without trying. I may only bear your power for a fleeting moment. It's all I need to secure a better future for Jinzhou, defying all of your predictions, and I can keep you safe. If there is anyone who can face you in a fight, that person has to be your resonator. I will be your final winning move in this game.
Are you truly ready to challenge a being worshipped by your kind? Will you not regret it when you meet your bitter demise?
I will not regret it, no matter what.
Very well, Magistrate of Jinzhou. Come to the summit. Demonstrate your prowess. Show me how you shall be my triumphant ace. Lady Arbiter, one is curious about your choice this time. Wherever the tides may take us, you will bear witness to our fight.
Government must be guided by virtue. Do you keep this in mind?
Yes. Virtue must come first. Politics, commerce, it all must serve the people.
From now on, you shall be known as Jinshi, bearing Jinzhou's name as your own. What do you think of this world?
Like here. Darkness clings, but lights flicker in the gloom.
A guiding light leads inward.
That's why they stand out so brightly against the darkness.
This entrance leads to one sonorosphere. Rover, this battle is related to the fate of
If I open it, Jinshi, the ideal outcome would be for her to absorb your power at the critical moment and restore the time flow without any loss of life. But there's a chance that she could push herself, though, if I do nothing. You'll use your remaining power to freeze all of Jinzhou in time.
Correct. Now, please...
Rover. I understand. Leaving Jinzhou behind fills me with regret. But that's why I'm here. Our city has a rich history. With generations witnessing endless sunrise, they deserve a bright... I want to protect Jinzhou in my own way. Let's begin. Thunder guide us. The sky beckons.
Quite the impressive feat, Magistrate Jinshi. However, you are still a long way from inheriting my power. Back down now, while you still can.
I've made up my mind, and I will not back down. You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light, but I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
Lady Arbiter. May this one transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi. This one has heard your decision. What do you think of this one?
They deserve a brighter future.
The transfer has been carried out as you instructed. Jinshi, one shall honor one's promise and restore Jinzhou's future to you and its people. Jinshi has recovered. One will soon send her back to Jinzhou. with all matters resolved, as per the agreement. It is one is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. I am Jue the Sentinel, the guide of... You are my arbiter, and my former master. In bygone days, I stood by your side as you established Jinzhou City. You tasked me with safeguarding its prosperity. This one begs your pardon, for it is not all-knowing. All my knowledge came from you. One is prepared to answer any inquiries you may have. In the past, one was granted the key. You said you planned to participate in history, to make choices and witness the One had previously requested for permission to transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi, as that is how one is designed to function. Every ounce of my existence, from life to death, and even the passing on of power, is subject to your approval. One is prepared to answer any inquiry. Since Jinshi has inherited my power, Jinshi has fully assumed the mantle of leadership. From this day forth, this situation has been analyzed before. To accomplish a goal, Jinshi must possess both strength and confidence. Today was not the ideal moment for our destined battle to unfold. One is prepared to answer any... The flow of time on Mount Firmament has been restored to its natural pace. Fortunately, with Jinshi's resonance ability, for lack of a better solution, through countless ages, the imposing Mount Firmament stood firm against the people of Hongzhen. Have a bright future ahead. One is prepared to answer... Your tacit mark. There is something unusual.
Rover, who's bullying you? Huh? Is it you, big thing? Huh? How dare you? I'm gonna teach you a Wait, pause. I don't think it has any bad intentions. It smells like the unnatural smell I smelled in Jinzhou before. Oh, so you must be that Rover. Why didn't you wake me up earlier?
It does feel similar to me. This entity is unfamiliar to me. As it resides within your tacit mark, one can only assume you granted it access intentionally. Lady Arbiter, have you heard of the Black Shores? The Black Shores is the starting point of your journey in this world. Worry not, the wuthering waves ebb and flow. They shall send you back to where you belong. One suggests heading back to Hongzhen to reunite with your companions, Lady Arbiter. With Mount Firmament no longer posing a threat, Surely, Hongjen will undergo significant changes.
Learning through experience.
Mount Firmament glowed with the sun's light, high above the clouds and snow. Then, in amidst it all, stood a white-haired maiden. With a mere wave of her hand, she brought forth it. This maiden was none other than the dead infant. When thunder roars in spring's embrace, for only through death and strife can one...
I see. Doesn't matter. That's not important for our goal. We have the answers we wanted already. With the second resonance awakening, we will tap into powers that rival the Sentinels. Complete control of the artificial resonator awakening process is within reach. And lastly, about that rover. This trip was worth it. We've collected many wonderful notes, haven't we? It's about time. Get moving. Can't let a certain someone wait too long behind bars.
Bye.